Whoa, hey! Look at us being live.
Oh,
Back live again.
That's right. Geekshow Arcade, live and running.
We should do the. We should post the live to the Discord so people
I already
know.
did it. I already did it. There's
Check
4
out
people
all this
here.
energy we have now.
We're already going. This is Geekshow
man.
Arcade, where we talk about games and game-related things. Game technology, sometimes game movies. We have a couple of those to talk about today.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed.
But before we get started, let's introduce our panelists. We have Jaron with his weak bones.
Hi, I'm Jaron. You can find me on Blue Sky at Jeronius.
Nailed it.
It's like we've never done this before.
Nailed it. Why are your bones weak? What did you hurt? Did you sprain an ankle?
No, I just
Hurt
thought of
pinky?
30 Rock. That's all.
Ouch, my bones.
It's probably time to rewatch that show. Actually,
That's great.
All right, down in the left corner, it's Lando.
hey, it's Lando.
All right, on the right corner, it's Owen.
Solid.
Oh, hey, I'm here. I'm here again. It's a little bit. It's new. So my walls are all up. I don't know if I like it, but I think it's gonna work out. The new,
Your
new time
walls,
slot.
are they different?
Yeah, the time slots change, Jaron.
The walls are up?
The walls against any type of change.
Oh, metaphorical. I thought you meant
Mental
your
walls, the emotional
physical
walls.
walls. I'm like,
I mean, they
see
could
any
all be
difference.
construed as one, but I'm sure that they'll break
They're all
down.
there and they're all up.
They're all up. It's red alert. Red alert. Raise shields. Red alert. And another Star Trek nerd I know is our host. His name's Tony.
I am a bit of a Star Trek nerd. Love me the Star Treks. Check me out on Blue Sky at Quad T or on Facebook at Geek Show Fit, where I post with the fit community. We like to try and get fit for your health. All right. Do we get to read any emails today, Jaron?
We sure do.
Yay!
Huzzah!
All right.
This would be the part where you read the email.
I was typing to our patrons saying, we are live, you jerk.
Why would you call them jerks? We
No,
don't
yeah,
call
you a
them
jerk,
jerks.
Tony.
Yes. All right. Got an email from Benjamin. He says, I would be careful about drive swapping. If TPM trusted platform module is running, you might run into some drive encryption issues. I'm not overly an expert on TPM, so I could be wrong.
I don't know about that.
It does
but-
happen. If you have TPM enabled and TPM is touchy, right? Like even if you switch other hardware, sometimes it pisses off TPM.
I haven't had any
So-
issues as long as I just disable bit.
Which is
bit
the same
blocker.
thing. Yeah, which is the same thing as
So-
turning off or resetting the
Yeah.
TPM in the
Oh,
moment.
I have done it without disabling BitLocker, and yeah, it sucks butt.
It
Doesn't
turns-
work at all.
yeah. I've had to go in and actually do the
But
TPM.
3 minutes, 20 seconds.
Oh, 3
TTBS.
But you can go in. There's some commands you can run. Like if you go to what is it? tpm.msc. Run that command, and it'll open up a little thing. You can reset your TPM if you do run into that. But that's for sure true. If you don't disable BitLocker before you start futzing around inside there, sometimes TPM gets a little touchy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nice. Any more emails?
Yep. And I will read them.
Oh, good.
I
so
got an
glad.
email
Will you
from
now?
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy.
Interrupting Cow. It says,
No.
hello, Arcadians, and congrats on the inaugural live arcade show.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank
Oh
you.
yes, indeed.
Seeing how we are near the end of the year, and it's time for all of the lists to come out, we will no doubt get lists of the best games of the year, including you fine folks, except Lando because he doesn't play video games.
That's fair.
No, he'll have a list of one, which will be Silksong.
Mine will be Halo again. Like
I
usual.
think you have to have more than one item to consider it a list.
That's fair. That's a fair point,
Really?
Tony. I'll find 2.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
point, Tony.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
So instead, I was wondering, what are 5 bad or disappointing games that you have played? Not just as reserved to 2025, as it is harder to keep playing a bad game unless it's Borderlands 4. This doesn't have to be a top 5 of the worst, just some games that were bad or disappointed you. My list in no particular order. Elden Ring. This game sucked. Who would put 60 or more hours into it? No game can be good if you have to use mods to make it playable.
I mean, he's right, but I
that
also
from you,
put like
Tony?
80 hours into it.
Did you?
I
was
put
like,
over
Tony was-
100.
No, I think it was 96 was my final total. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
a
mean-
lot wrong with Elden Ring. There's
Yep.
also a lot right.
That's how I feel about Borderlands 4.
Did you guys?
The
Did you guys
technical
both
bugs
play
are
with?
the only issue. Everything else, it's great.
Did you guys both play with the mod?
Oh,
that made
yeah.
it
Oh, yeah.
playable?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were times where I played without it because I was playing on my Steam Deck. And, you know, once you get established, you don't really need the mod
Yeah.
anymore. It's
Not as
just,
big of a deal.
it punishes the new players, which I think is just an obscene thing to do.
Yep.
Like, why? Anyway, Fallout 4. I had an extremely difficult time caring about this game.
bummer.
That's how I feel about
Interesting.
any Fallouts. I cannot get into any Fallouts, the show included.
The Fallout 3, man.
can't get in
that
the
game
show?
sucked me right in.
Dude, the show is great.
We've talked about this so many times, Owen.
I've watched it twice, and I love that show so much.
I think I'm
Big
going to watch
hand-
it again before season
hand-
2 comes out.
You should. You
hand
absolutely
mouth.
should.
The hand mouth monster.
I
is
like
worth watching
that.
the show.
I like
Yeah.
the hand mouth monster, but I got past that point. I'm like, where's the hand mouth monster? Hand foot
Jared,
mouth monster.
Just wants more hand-to-mouth monster.
Yeah.
Well,
Back to the email. Firebreak. I was sad. This one was so repetitive that it lost a lot of replay value. Sadly, I have to agree. I played the beta. What's it called?
Yeah, the beta.
The beta of Firebreak.
I think they called it like the server break test or something. It's a beta.
Yeah. And that was good enough for me. I didn't feel like I needed to play it after that.
I liked the beta as well, but I didn't like it enough that I bought the game. I mean, here we
Yeah.
are.
If I had friends that were really into it, I could see myself having fun.
Different.
If
But
you had friends.
out of context, Lando.
Got him.
Lawbreakers. This competitive shooter was so much fun in beta, but when the full game came out, it was overrun by cheaters, rendering it unplayable. I don't think it lasted a week. Oh, that sucks.
I think wasn't Lawbreakers the one that was by old Cliff Blazinski's outfit, and it was like basically the last game they did. Yeah, Boss Key Productions. Yeah, Cliff Blazinski, who is the guy behind Gears of War. After Microsoft snapped up the Gears of War IP and kept a fair amount of that team on, he went off and did other things, and this was one of them. And I don't think he's made a game since, if I remember.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's not great.
yeah.
Prey. I know this is a beloved game, but I couldn't get into it at all. It was very uninteresting to me.
Which Prey is he talking about?
That's what I was wondering. The old one or the new one?
Because I've played the new one all the way through. I quite liked it, but I'm an immersive sim junkie, especially if you throw like science fiction in on it. I'm way into that kind of stuff. I tried to play the old one, but I didn't give it a fair shake. I ended up stopping after like 45 minutes and then just never
Yeah,
went
same
back
with
to
me
it.
on the old one.
On the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've heard it's super good, but I just haven't given it a fair chance.
Yep, same. And finally, Helldivers 2. I am putting this one because I didn't play Elden Ring. That sentence confuses me. I knew better. I wanted to like this game, but it was too toxic out of the gate trying to get into a team. Unless you brought your own, it ended up being difficult to even play because new players get kicked out all of the time. That sucks. I've only played Helldivers 2 with friends. So I
yeah,
haven't
the fact that they could boot you
experienced
from the
that.
team made it hard socially.
Yep. Yeah,
One
that's no
mistake
good.
and they could turn on you and it was like over.
Hope you had a
that's
happy
good.
Thanksgiving. Interrupting cow.
That's going to play
Thanks.
into one of the articles that I have, actually.
Hey, I have one too. I hope you didn't steal mine.
Which one did you do?
We'll see.
I
We
shan't
will
make
see,
jam.
Tony. You better not ruin my punch.
No, I don't think so. I don't see yours on here.
No. I have it first. I just deleted yours.
Oh, that's not the one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, whatever.
But, thanks for deleting that. You jerk.
That's right.
All right. Any more emails?
Nope, that's it. And we will share our lists towards the end of the year.
Yeah, probably start of the next year, unless I don't
We
know.
just had Thanksgiving. We got plenty of time.
Yeah,
Both positive and negative.
but be thinking about it, fellas.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to try and make your list 5 minutes before the episode starts, because then it's not an actual good list. Give it a little
Owen?
forethought.
Mine will have
Looking at you,
4
bud.
seconds of thought.
At least
Well.
5. Come on, at least 5.
5 seconds of
It's a
thought.
little bit better. All right.
Mine will have a lot of 5 thought.
All right. Any more emails?
Nope.
All right. Thanks for writing in, folks. If you do want to write us at any time, geekshowarcade@gmail.com is where you will be able to send us an email. All right. Let's kick this off the same way we kicked off the last episode, except maybe I can actually explain what's going on before I get ripped to shreds.
I will stay silent.
Linux Gaming Round 2.
You are so right,
Fight?
Tony.
2 or
Round
3?
2. Fight.
Wait, what? Hold on. What did you say, Jaron?
Jaron just wants to get out of the way fast. He wants to redeem himself.
No,
Get up
no,
there
no,
and be
no.
like,
I just agree with Tony, and he is wise beyond his years, and he's pretty old.
you can't.
that's all I'm
You're
gonna
older
say.
than I am.
Hey,
You can't,
Jared.
you can't preemptively save yourself
got
and
some-
redeem yourself from last time. You have to sit here and take his.
Well, what you guys don't understand is I can hear the sarcasm in his voice. He doesn't
No,
mean
it's
any
not
of this.
sarcasm.
He doesn't mean any of this.
I
Jared,
do.
You
I
have some brown in your
sincerely
nose.
mean it.
Right here. Some brown stuff? You should wipe that off.
It's because I did something before the podcast.
Oh, ho, ho!
Pudding? Was it
Hey-o,
pudding?
It was
let's
chocolate
go.
pudding.
It
Chocolate
was
pudding.
pudding, right?
Oh.
Just say
Uh-huh.
it was chocolate pudding, please. All right, let's move along. Linux gaming attempt round 2. Well, technically it's round 4, but it's round 2 of reporting. So this time I went with CashieOS on my Asus ROG G16 Zephyrus, and CashieOS, I have to say, is actually not a bad way to go as far as Linux is concerned,
Like
in my opinion.
Does it feel a little bit like a Windows clone?
Kind of, but still not really. I mean, because maybe it a little bit in the way you interact with things, but you know the actual downloading of apps and
That's
installing
all
things
still very
very
much-
different.
Yeah.
But as far as just usability and the app goes, I would like to see this one actually grow and mature into something that could be a gaming Linux platform, because it was nice. It was zippy. It was stable for the most part. I don't think it was any less stable than Windows is. And also
Zippy define zippy.
you click on things and it opens quickly and moves between tabs
Responsive,
quickly. It's
yeah.
just responsive.
Yeah, very responsive.
But the caveat with this review is, now I totally lost my train of thought. So
no.
I'll find the caveat later. Let's just go into the caveat. I'm not defending Windows here. I found the train. I got it back on track. I'm not defending Windows in this review or the last week's review either, in that Windows is a good operating system. It might have used to be a good operating system at one point, but it certainly has really gotten nasty over the last couple of years in general. So keep that in mind as I talk about this. Now, biggest problem with CashieOS is I couldn't find anywhere to do the HDR stuff, and I looked up how to do it, and there's supposedly a way you can do it with like command line and stuff like that.
You can do
but
anything with command line.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but
Like
that's
that's
so-
and
but
in
that's
my
so
in my
much
opinion,
work.
that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
It should
What?
be. It should
It
be.
needs to have a
GUI.
UI. Yep.
It should
has-
be a
Command
UI.
line's super fun. It makes you feel like
No.
a hacker every time you use it. I freaking love the command line.
But not
Okay,
if you're
nerd.
but we're talking
Let's
about
move
gaming
along.
though, right? Not playing in Linux.
We're not talking about someone who likes to use Linux as your daily driver or as a server OS. We're talking about someone who wants to play video games. That's the point of view of this review, right? So on the plus side, controller support was very good. It recognized my FlyDigivator 4 and the dongle and just worked out of the gate. Very good. Has a really nice gaming feature installer. It's basically CashieOS has this thing where it has a couple, like, kind of like a, how do you want to use this OS? And one of them is gaming. You click on gaming, it downloads all the behind the scenes stuff you're going to need to game.
Nice.
And then you just load Steam and Heroic, and you're off to the races as far as getting things loaded. I did run into a weird thing. Could be the laptop, could be the OS itself, but it very frequently would fail a restart. It would get caught up on the BIOS image
You just hang.
and just hang. And so the way you get around that is on this laptop, you hit F2 after you reboot, and it lets you choose the drive or
boot
whatever,
device.
the boot
I wonder if
device.
that's a BIOS issue or a CachyOS issue.
Did you have
Yeah,
both?
that's what I mean. I don't know for sure. I didn't take the time to look that over because once I found my workaround, I just used that.
So taking a step back, you had your old drive, your Windows drive in there, and you installed a separate.
I pulled the Windows drive out completely.
Okay.
So
you
there
were
was no
garbage.
other
Wow, you
bootable
went
device.
whole hog.
There was no
course
other
you did.
bootable device.
Of course.
So, right?
Good job, Tony.
Straight NVMe on the metal. And I have the notes here. Has a problem with this. Just kidding. It worked because it worked one time. And I'm like, oh, great. Next day I go to reboot. Nope, failed again. Oh, that wasn't it. And so it was just off and on weirdness.
That's
All right.
just-
As far as the games go, I tested out a decent amount in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different games across a variety of levels of graphic fidelity. We talked about Resident Evil 4 last time, and on CachyOS, on my laptop, it actually worked pretty great. It loaded up.
Interesting.
Yeah, very weird. It worked. It worked actually pretty good. However, just like with the Gamers Nexus video about Linux gaming that coincidentally dropped last week, I'm sitting there watching this, going, "What? How? Come? What is this?
Like the
am I part
Truman
of the
Show.
zeitgeist?" Like,
The Truman Show up in this joint.
He actually
obviously,
got past the 20 minutes of his
he's very
self-aggrandizing about his
self-
testing methodology.
Yes. They're very proud of their testing methodology. Gaming Nexus in general, in my opinion, I like their content as far as what they do. Their delivery is not my favorite, but they had the same problem with Resident Evil 4 remake. RT just doesn't work. Just
No
flat
ray
out,
tracing.
it's grayed out. Ray tracing is not an option with that game for some reason. Also, same thing as before. I never got HDR to work on anything, on any of the games.
So what version of Proton were you using, though?
Experimental, the latest. So, but well, I mean that brings up another point. That's another hurdle of Linux gaming. You have to choose what kind of Proton or Wine you want to use. Don't
Some
have to do
versions
that
of
on
Proton
Windows.
work better than others. Like
Yeah.
maybe GE Proton would have worked better with Resident Evil 4.
Yep,
Problem is, you have to do all that research.
Yeah.
exactly. You don't
per
have to-
game.
per game. You don't have to do
Which
any
is
of that
hard.
on Windows.
Yeah.
You install your driver and you play your game. Borderlands 4 runs okay, seems feature complete. The ray tracing and the DLSS and everything worked on it. However, it had a lot of noise in the picture, a lot of digital noise. So I don't know what was going on there. Turok 2 on the Night Dive remake, so it's on the Kex engine. Ran great, no issues. I mean, I would hope so. That game can run on a potato. But it did, to its credit, it ran great. Now, here's the one that really threw me for a loop. Cyberpunk 2077. I loaded it up, installed all the updates, chose Proton Experimental, and aside from HDR, flawless.
I would
Nice.
expect
Felt-
that game to work well,
It
Felt
ran...
smooth.
just
And-
because it sold 35 million copies.
They have put a lot of effort into optimizing and fixing that game, and
Yeah.
and that's one of the few that you can point at and say, yeah, games do release really, really shitty sometimes, but once in a while the devs do take the time to actually fix it and make it work really good. So yeah, Cyberpunk, I was impressed. It worked great. Metro Exodus Enhanced. I have it on Steam and I have it on Epic. Epic, it ran like crap through the heroic launcher.
Really?
Stutters galore, crazy just weird issues image
Which version
wise.
of Proton were you using? Was it different than Steam?
I went experimental every time.
Yeah. Keep that
And
variable
so,
the same, right?
Yep, kept the Proton Pack, Proton Pack, Ghostbusters. Kept it all the same. So then I said, well, wait a minute, I have this on Steam. Let's see if it runs any better. Runs better on the Steam version. Can't explain it. Frame rate's much more consistent, much
Interesting.
higher. However, it still had some crazy shadow and light flicker, as well as some times where your geometry would just like stretch out really weird.
That feels like a driver
That
problem.
you,
Yeah.
Again,
we don't
though,
know.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
God of War, Epic Game Store on Heroic, ran pretty well after all. I would say it was feature complete and ran, I think, as good as it does on Windows. So good job that one. Dead Island 2, Epic through the Heroic launcher, would not start after the title screen. You get to the title screen, you
like,
can change things,
no.
and then you hit go, and it goes and froze every time. I did try a couple of different protons on that one and never got it to work. The OG Far Cry from Crytek, 2003, I think. Anyway, that one worked fine from GOG via Heroic. A game called Deliver at All Costs, which is a fairly new game. I want to say it came out earlier this year. It's kind of a top-down, physics-based delivery game.
I forgot about that game.
Yeah. What was crazy was I think it was 2 weeks after it came out, or maybe a month after it came out, it was free from the Epic Store for a week.
I forgot I got that for free.
Oh, did you get it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a try. It's actually kind of fun. And that one seemed to work fine. I didn't notice any issues there, and it ran good. Just for fun, I tried on Resident Evil 2, the GOG old version where they do their games preservation thing now, and had to try 3 different proton wine layers, but it actually seemed to run okay, except for, and I looked this up and validated online, other people have this problem, is it makes these little grids all throughout the screen, and so it's really annoying to look at.
Did you visit protondb.com?
No.
It's a great
does that have a
database
list?
it's a great database of every game and how it runs on Linux and which Proton version to use and all that.
Interesting. Red Dead Redemption 2 via the Epic Game Store and the Heroic Launcher crashed a couple times on startup, but then it just decided to start working and actually ran pretty well. No complaints on Red Dead Redemption. Seemed feature complete aside from HDR and ran good. And then Persona 4 Golden via Steam. That's a old game that not that old, but it came out on the PS Vita, so it's fairly old. But they ported it to PC a while back, and it works fine. Seems like it had no issues. I was getting no problems there. So, all in all, I would say, what is that? About a third of the games seemed to run pretty good, and 2/3 of the games had issues that I either couldn't solve or didn't want to take the time to. Yeah. So that, in my opinion, makes for...
How difficult was it to change Proton versions? Like, what did you have to do?
That part's easy.
Okay.
Once you know where to look, it's super easy to change that.
Just right-click on a game in Steam and properties.
Same with Heroic.
But having to do that research per game could
right.
be,
That's the biggest problem. This is still a
like, you really want to play on Linux. If you're gaming on Linux, you really have to want to be on Linux trying to game.
A Venn diagram to describe gaming on Linux.
I love Venn diagrams, as it turns out.
My experience installing games that shouldn't run on Steam Deck but do, most of the time, the latest version of Proton is fine. But every once in a while, there's some regression in a newer version of Proton, and you have to go to an older version.
Here's the thing with SteamOS. If Linux is ever going to become mainstream, it's going to be via SteamOS for gaming.
Yeah.
They are, I think they're the best by far,
or some iteration of
SteamOS.
Yeah.
Bazite, I would say, is pretty close as well. Having played with that on my Ally X for probably a year plus now. I just want to zoom in on this. There we go. Okay, here is a Venn diagram of Linux gamers. Can you read that? There we go.
Jaren.
So there are 3 people that play games on Linux, or that I could
Yes,
recommend to play games on Linux. People who really hate Windows. People who really love tinkering, and people who don't care about playing the latest and greatest graphical games. And if you have any 2 of these that overlap, I would say give it a shot. If you don't bother. If you have all 3, if you're in this sweet spot where you play older games or non-graphically intensive games, you really hate Windows, and you really love to tinker on your OS and on your games, have a blast. Go play Linux gaming.
If I played more games, I'd fit in there for sure.
You could change that really hate Windows to really love Linux. Some people are really passionate about Linux.
That's true.
You know,
But usually the people that really love Linux also really hate Windows.
That's true.
that's true. If they,
You know what I mean?
if you've got
it's
somebody
two sides
using
of the
Linux,
same coin. It's two sides of the same coin.
It's really true. If you have people that are using Linux as a daily driver,
yeah.
they're making that conscious choice
Oh,
not
yeah.
to use Windows
Yep.
or not using Apple, right? So like
Yep.
you're not using Mac OS, you're not using Windows, you're choosing Linux. You've got things to say about both those other operating systems.
So as you saw, there is one overlap there for this podcast that I think would really enjoy himself on Linux gaming, and that would be Jaren, because he really hates Windows and he really loves tinkering.
Yeah, he does.
So do it, man. Do it.
Someday.
You should have a
I
test-
just
you
want
should
to
have a
play
test
games
lab.
right now. That's the problem.
That and
Zach,
see the fact
that's the
alone
whole
that you say
point,
that,
yeah.
the fact alone that you say
Pulls
that
you
is,
out.
is admission that
Yep.
Linux gaming is
It's
no
not
good.
ready.
It's
It's
not
not
good right
ready.
now.
I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I want to buy a Steam machine.
That I feel like that doesn't
it's a cheat,
count.
but I'm happy with it.
I feel like that. I feel like that's a cop
Steam
out.
Deck. I feel like it's a Steam Deck, just more powerful.
yeah.
The
Perfect.
the problem with the Steam Deck is you only get 2 of the 3 on the Venn diagram, because you're not going to be able to run super graphically intensive games at good frame rates and high settings. You'll still get the no windows, and you'll still get the ability to tinker, or probably the necessity to tinker for that matter.
Necessity.
But you're definitely not going to get.
Yeah.
Do you lock this?
The other part of it for me is my desktop is perfect right now. Like, it's configured exactly how I want it. I stripped out all the crap in Windows as much as I can, and I'm just afraid to mess something up, you know? Like,
Well, just do what I did. Take the boot drive out, and you can. I just set it on my desk, and I said, "I'll come back for you later, dear."
Yeah.
And
One second,
and
I have to
put on this other. I put this other SSD in there, loaded it up. Almost, I think I was at 80% capacity on this other 1 terabyte SSD with everything I loaded on there. Ran it for 2.5 weeks or so, and this morning I took my laptop apart, ripped that SSD out, and put my Windows one back in, and I'm back to where I was before. No
But you
problem.
just made sure you disabled BitLocker and let
I
it
did
decrypt
Yep,
before
yep.
you.
And I turned
took the
off
drive out.
TP. I turned off Secure Boot, and
Yeah.
then today I
Have
turned
to,
it back
right?
on. Yeah.
Does
today I turned
Cache
it back
does
on.
Cache OS requires you to turn off Secure Boot as well, right?
I don't remember.
I think we
just,
talked about
I just
that.
turned it off as general practice now when I'm playing.
Yeah.
with
Cache
Linux.
OS does support secure boot.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you have to run an after command though. It doesn't support it natively. You have to turn it off to install it, and then run the command. Or was that the other one, Baz?
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't care about bothering with that. I just said I'll just turn it off for 2 weeks. That's fine. So, all right, there you go. That's my final word on Linux gaming. Might be there someday, and if it does get to the point with feature parity and the same level of fidelity and capability, I'm there. I'll dump Windows in a heartbeat, but it just doesn't have the juice right now, in my opinion.
Now, aren't we just all happy that we made fun of Tony last time? So
that was so
he-
much fun.
No, it was because of us that we got this
Thanks,
more
Lando.
detailed, amazing review, right?
It
Yeah.
was.
Ooh,
I would
LaCroix.
say it was.
Jaron,
50,
are you-
it was 50% of the reason I did this. The other 50% is because the little IT man in my head wouldn't shut up about, like, you can get this working. You're better than this. Come on now.
You're better than this.
So it was. Yes, it was half of you guys halfway you guys doing it, you jerks. All right. Now that that's done, let's talk about. We got some movie news actually in the gaming show.
Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer came out. You guys see it?
Yeah,
That
I
was
thought it looked
so
really good.
That was so good.
I
Yeah.
forgot that Bowser was made miniature
yeah.
at the end.
Why
of
was
the
he
last
small?
one.
I forgot.
I
They made
totally
it
They,
forgot
they
miniature
that.
fed
at the
him a
end.
mini mushroom, turn
Yeah.
him small. I've seen it a
yeah.
billion times because it's my youngest favorite movie ever.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm
But-
looking forward to it. I think it looks great.
I was down on the first Mario movie when it came out, but I've come around.
Wait, even after you saw it, you didn't like it?
Yeah, but I've come around.
Okay.
I liked it.
I shed my hipster image and decided to like it. So
Well done.
kind of excited.
Well done.
the new trailer looks good.
And the other one, right? You said you had the other one?
Yeah, a sequel is coming. A sequel to Starship Troopers.
That's how I was going to sell this story too.
It is called Helldivers.
I was just gonna say Justin Lin
Yes.
is remaking Starship Troopers. I mean,
Yeah.
he's making a Helldivers movie.
Oh my gosh.
So yes, the Helldivers movie is going to come out, and for those in the know, Helldivers is Starship Troopers, but in a video game. So if they're turning it into a movie,
Well, let's be a tiny bit more clear. Helldivers is the Starship Troopers movie in video game
Yeah.
form.
yes,
I've read
Yes.
the book, and the book is so different
Totally
than
different,
the
yep.
movie. Very good book, by the way, but do not go in expecting something like the movie. But yeah, I'm down. I like Justin Lin's stuff. He directed like 5 Fast and the Furious movies. He did
Those are
he
guilty
did-
pleasures of mine.
Yeah, they're great. He did
You know?
one of the Star Trek movies, the Chris Pine Star Trek movies.
Okay.
He's done a bunch of stuff, and most of it is, in my opinion, good or better. Most of
So
it, not all of it.
I'm free and clear on this because I didn't play the game. Even though I bought Helldivers 2, I could never.
I know.
It started out being really funny, and then it just got really kind of weird and toxic, and then they tanked. And
I
I
also-
guess it just chilled me out. I never got into it. Not
I
saying it's a
also
bad
paid
game.
for the game
Yeah.
and only played about 90 minutes of it.
That's-
really,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
I've put in a couple good hours with friends.
Really?
I've enjoyed it, but to be fair, they can focus on other creatures than bugs. So
Yeah.
they can differentiate it quite a bit if they want
like
to.
Robots and
Robots,
what's the other faction? Is it alien faction? Different aliens or something?
bugs.
No, there's bugs and robots, and there's a third one. I thought
Illuminati.
maybe
Oh,
that's it.
yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Show me what you
I'm
got.
free. I'm free and
Justin
clear.
Lin?
I'm free and clear. I didn't play the games. I didn't read the book, so the movie's going to be great for me. It's just like I enjoyed Starship Troopers. It was a little bit like goofy, but still good. So back in the day. So we'll see.
Paul Verhoeven classic right there.
Mm-hmm.
Same guy that directed RoboCop. Did you know that?
Really,
Really?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
All right. Let's see. Along those lines, with multiplayer games, Arc Raiders is just dominating the multiplayer scene right now. Selling gangbusters, and seems like every week I feel like I see a thing that says the next highest record of it's hit a new record of concurrent players, on Steam or whatever.
What's the game called?
Arc Raiders. It's and this is another one I've bought and have not played yet, but it's an extraction shooter, PvPvE. So you can fight all the stuff on the planet you go down to, along with other people, and you team up. You can go in as a team, a solo, duo, or a trio, and there's different queues for each of those settings. However, there's an article here from PC Gamer. It's a couple of weeks old, but I don't think this has changed. It was an experience that the author and some of his friends have determined by experiencing a few times that basically shows that console gamers suck and PC gamers are way nicer. And when I say suck, I mean anytime that you play with other console players, apparently they are prone to stab you in the back, take your loot, and run away.
Here-
Versus if you turn off crossplay, they noticed the PC gamers are way more chill. They'll team
PC
up with
gamers-
you. They'll work
let's just
towards a common
Look
goal.
at the age gap. Look at the age
Yeah,
gap of
I'm
people
sure
that are
that's a
building.
factor.
Look at the age gap of people that can afford to get a gaming PC
Yep.
and the ones that have a console, and you're going to find the key difference there.
Well, and
I think you're right.
And furthermore, I was talking to my brother-in-law who's played a ton. He really, really likes this game. And he was saying it's actually even more specific than just PC gamers. He says if you go solos on this game, people will be really chill most of the time. They'll team up with you, they'll do stuff with you, and then split loot and extract. He says if you go into duos or trios, you're far more likely to have people that like to just go in and wipe out the other team or betray you once you finish defeating whatever it is you got sent in to defeat. So there's a factor of who's playing solo. and who's playing with teammates. The people playing solo are usually the guys that have lives a lot of the time. They have, work, they have families, and I got an hour real quick. I'm going to go play a game. I want to play Arc Raiders, but I can't get all my friends together because they have lives too, so I'm just going to go solo. And so they're in there with a whole bunch of other people like that.
Dude, these numbers are great. Did you read the numbers in here? He actually talks about them. He goes, so PC player, he met 172 players. 98 wished him luck. 47 shot him on sight. 17 extracted with him. 7 lied and shot him in the back. And 3 faked a team up and killed him later. And here's the PS5 numbers. His brother on PS5 met 237 players.
So more players.
So more significantly more players, from whom he had 102 shootings on site. Just no.
So straight, almost half.
Just
Boom.
yeah, half shot him on site. 58 shot him in the back. Waited for. They're like, yeah, seems cool. Nah, bam. 42 wished him luck. 28 faked a team up and then killed him, and 7 nice ones that extracted together. So in all, 79% of the interactions on PS5 lobby were negative.
Wow.
While only 33 of interactions among PC players were negative.
That's crazy. So twice
if
as
you're on
many negative interactions on console.
And you can control this, right? You can turn crossplay on and off in this.
Yep.
So if you're on PC and you want to have a better maybe solo or social time, maybe don't do
Turn off
crossplay.
that crossplay. Yeah. Interesting stuff. All right. Let's talk about good news for Steam users using a Switch controller.
Yeah, this interested me with so if you I had looked at this first and thought, how is Nintendo not going to flip out on this? Doesn't this invite emulation/piracy? Right? Like, doesn't this make EmuDeck more popular or more compatible? And as I read more into it, I could see their point of view. Steam is just doing the play with what you have, right?
Yep.
So Steam is adding support for the GameCube controller and
Nice.
for the Switch 2 Pro controller in SteamOS, and it's going to let them. It's going to do the rumble and do all the things that you would normally do. It already supports some of the game controllers. I mean, obviously the Xbox and PlayStation, the original Switch Pro and its Joy-Cons, and then several of the online Switch classic controllers like N64 and NES. But this one is specifically for that, for the new Switch 2 Switch Pro controllers. And I started thinking about like how this would Switch is saying this is so that if you own a controller, you don't have to switch between, and you don't have to go buy another Pro controller just for your PC if you want a game now on Steam or whatever. But
I think you're giving Nintendo too much credit. This
Yeah.
is all just patched in by Steam.
this is all Steam. Nintendo did nothing for this.
Nintendo did nothing for this.
That's what I'm saying. But an organization that's very, very well off, as we know from Valve, has
They don't
put in
care.
this.
They
put
already
in this.
sold them the controller. They don't care what people are doing with it.
True, I guess not, but like at the same time, a big company's put R&D into getting the Switch controllers now compatible in SteamOS, which, yeah, it's great because you can now play SteamOS if you legitimately own one, but there is no path right now to play Switch 2 games legally on any Steam or PC,
Right.
now.
I mean, it's
And
a solid controller. It's Bluetooth, so
Good
it's
controller,
right.
yeah.
really not that
So
hard.
it's really so it's really good. It's really good for if you have a Switch 2, if you've got the Switch 2 Pro controller. This is great for you because now you will be able to cross between your Switch and whatever. But also, it's going to allow that other market, the emulation market, is going to be. This is really great for them because now a lot of the Switch games that were lacking features in emulation using pirated ROMs are going to have the same type of.
Has anyone cracked the Switch 2 yet? Do we have any Switch 2 emulation?
No.
I don't think this will enable any new experiences as far as
no, just compatibility.
emulation goes.
I wonder
It's
if
just
they can-
a different type of controller that you
I wonder if
can
they
use.
can get the HD Rumble working in an emulated Switch 2 game.
Yes,
That
yeah,
would be
because
interesting.
that's what they're working. That's what they say works in this now.
HD Rumble?
Yeah, the Rumble. They specifically mentioned Rumble. I thought.
Because the rumble on the
this.
Pro 2 controller, Switch 2 Pro controller is very good.
I need to check on that. It doesn't specifically.
It does not
say
mention
that.
Rumble.
It does not mention the Rumble specifically. But yeah. So I'd
More
like
options
Jared
is
said.
always
I don't think it's gonna help, but I think that having the support will push that forward. I think, or at least
Maybe.
help in a little bit with them.
Maybe. All right. Let's talk about some other hardware. The Aya Neo Next 2.
This is getting closer to perfection.
I was
This
really
is-
excited about this until I wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
What does that
The
mean, Tony?
The Aya Neo Next 2 is another handheld that has the Strix Point chip, Strix Point Halo.
Halo, yeah.
So a totally overpowered CPU, GPU combo, APU in a handheld that pulls like excess of 65 watts or more in a small handheld form factor. So like you're getting 3 or 4 times the performance of an Xbox LAX. But with that, you need a much larger battery. And this device packs that very large battery. It has a 115 watt hour battery, and the max you can take on an airplane is 99. So you cannot fly with this device.
Technically, you can't fly with this device.
You run the risk of
Getting caught and having
Getting-
it confiscated.
Yep.
confiscated.
Has a lot of cool features though. Has 2 trackpads right underneath like the joystick and the D-pad, which is very nice. It's a larger unit. It has an OLED screen, a 9-inch OLED screen, which just sounds amazing.
Oh, you're saying the good
Until
things,
you find
Jared.
out that the resolution is 2400 by 1504.
Oh, that's too high.
Very odd resolution, but way too high for a handheld. You're wasting power on pixels you won't be able to see on that small a device.
You know why
The other problem
resolution's
is-
weird? Because this is the AMOLED or the OLED screen they ripped out of a Red Magic gaming tablet. It's
Really?
it's a tablet screen.
Okay,
Can
all
they,
right.
Can you just change the resolution, Nate, in the
You can, but then you end
Yeah,
up
it'll be
with,
blurry, though. Like, it won't
not
scale
as
well.
Crisp scaling. So, but yeah, you can drop it down to freaking 640p if you want.
So 1504 divided by 2, 752p. That divides evenly by 1504. So you can get close to 720p on that. So it might be okay if you do that. The other problem is it doesn't support VRR. And if you're paying upwards of $2,000, which this device will cost,
Yeah.
I would want VRR at this point in time. You
Yep.
can select different refresh rates, like 60, 165 hertz, but it's static once you select that.
Just like the Steam Deck OLED, basically.
Yeah, so a lot of cool things going for it. Strix Halo chip, very huge battery, which is kind of a double-edged sword because you can't take it on the plane with you. OLED screen, but too high resolution, no VRR.
Yeah. It was 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah,
I think.
It's like good idea,
Yeah.
bad execution.
Exactly.
but like
I like-
the device itself though looks pretty svelte. I think
does. It looks
it's got
good.
a nice design.
It's got double fans. Yeah.
So when you look out there and you see these other handhelds like the GPD, is that the other one out there?
G-
The
GPD Win 5.
GPD, yeah.
and the A&O, like I just couldn't get past the brand recognition because I don't know what systems out there are just because there are so many. There are a myriad of different, and so you have to start digging into all the specs,
Exactly.
and you don't know which brand is going to have the best support. I don't
Well,
know how I
you
get
can-
past that confusion.
There's 3 brands. These are all Chinese brands, by the way, making these handhelds. There's 3 that you can usually trust as being good. GPD, Aya Neo, and 1X. Those 3 are usually putting out pretty
If
consistently
you're going somewhere away from the
quality.
Asus
Yeah,
or the Steam Deck.
or the
The problem I have with
Lenovo.
these companies, though, is they put out way too many devices. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels like they can't specialize on
Yeah.
one and make
agree.
that one, support that one better
Yep.
versus
Yep.
making 10 a year like these companies do.
Yep. Well, there you go. So close, but so far. All right. Quickly, the Analog 64 reviews are out, and the general consensus is it's freaking awesome. I got mine in the mail a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't been able to play with it too much because I've been trying to finish Ghosts of Yotei to finish the review for that, and I made this Linux gaming detour. But I played a couple of games for a few minutes, and I got to say I am very impressed at how well this thing runs and what it's able to do with these old games. I linked to a review on there from, who is this one? Oh, My Life in Gaming. Oh, I linked to it at a specific timestamp. I didn't mean to do that. I'll fix that. But they gave a very thorough review on it. It's 50 minutes long. And there's a lot of other shorter reviews out there that you can read about. Basically, what it boils down to is it's really nice. It's just super nice. Everything about it, build quality, the way it plays the games, aside from one caveat in that it has issues with interlacing right now. So if you're playing any games that are 480i on the system, the image can break up on the edges. And
Interesting. So they didn't fix the interlacing filter or whatever.
Apparently, though, they are working on a fix for that.
Oh,
So
good.
they have acknowledged it, and they say they're gonna look into it. But yeah, they went on sale again after they shipped all the pre-orders for $30 more than what the pre-order price was, so $280, and they sold out in under 10 minutes again. So
This is, and you remind me, you have to have the cart in order to play on this system?
well, at this point, yes.
How long it's going to take before somebody uses
There's
a cart and puts
an
an
SD card. Well, there's a straight
Oh,
SD card slot on there.
Right.
So it wouldn't surprise me if at some point, because analog in the past has usually allowed for playing ROMs, but they do sometimes patch it in later, and so everyone's just kind of like, okay, when are you going to patch it in?
Right.
But we'll see. So anyway, check out some of those reviews if you're interested. I'm going to do a full review on it down the road, but nothing I have to say will be any more credible or in-depth than what's already out there right now from places like Digital Foundry and My Life in Gaming. So check those out if you're interested in finding out more. They're very, very thorough and good interviews, or reviews, I should say. Let's see. Slowing it down here. Slowing it down on the hardware. We got some Crocs to talk about.
Oh my goodness.
I
Leave
love
it to
these.
Lando to bring the random stories to the game show. So earlier this year,
Did you just refer
Microsoft...
to yourself in the third person?
I sure did.
Okay, just making sure.
I can do that for you next time, Lando.
Thank you.
Just give me like a thumbs up and I'll be like, leave it to Lando. That way you don't have to be so weird.
I don't mind it. I really don't. So yeah, earlier this year, Microsoft released Windows XP themed Crocs.
I remember those, yeah.
Yep, limited edition, and now available as of November 25th for $80. You can now get Xbox Croc that mimic the Xbox One X's controller with fixed buttons and joysticks.
These are absurd.
They are.
Yeah, but right now Crocs are having a moment, Tony. Everyone's wearing Crocs. Get with
Crocs
the cool
have been
kids,
having
my
a
dude.
moment for like 2 years, I
Yeah,
swear.
for like, yeah.
Long time.
I just- I think it had to do when people were like, I think there was a meme that was like putting these Crocs in sport mode or something, and that just kicked them right back at the top of the zeitgeist. Like,
And the
Yep.
crazy thing too is if you go look at the different kinds of Crocs there are, not
Nutso.
only the different kinds of like finishes and colors that the regular style
charms.
Crocs have, and the charms, but they have a whole other lines of different styled Croc shoes,
I'm not-
shoes almost.
I
And
don't
not only-
get it. I don't get it.
These were made for a movie, right?
No.
They'd be dumb.
They were so the story you're thinking of is they were made as a legitimate product, right? But
Wasn't
what
this
happened
for,
is
that- that-
what happened is the costume designer for the movie Idiocracy
Yeah,
that's
didn't
what it
want
is.
to invent their own dumb shoes for dumb people in the future, so they went out and tried to find what is the dumbest looking shoe that I can
found
find that we can put the general public in this movie Idiocracy in the future so they can look stupid. It was Crocs. She found Crocs and she said, that's it. Those are what I'm using. And now look at us. Everyone's
here
walking
we
around
are.
wearing Crocs.
Life imitating art in so many ways. with that
Too
movie.
closely for Idiocracy.
Pretty soon you'll be able to get your your law degree from Costco.
It's got what plants need, Tony.
That's
It's
right.
Got the
Brawndo.
electrolytes.
It's electrolytes.
Here's the thing. I've watched at least I'm ashamed to admit this a little bit, but not really. If you know me, I watched a 30-minute YouTube video about a guy making steel-toed Crocs.
Nice.
And about how he was using how he was scientifically using like this method to press and to make the steel-toed piece that he
Classic
could then
rabbit hole.
Yeah. And I tell you, I was like, I don't like Crocs. I don't even like steel-toed boots. I don't have any. I don't need them. But I'm watching this. Just, yep. Put it on my bingo card.
Man, I'm on Crocs webpage right now, and there are truly some ridiculous Crocs.
That's
Can
what
you
I'm
imagine
saying.
the
Like,
first
it's
person that
wild.
was like, they were like, you're just going to put this dumb old shoe out? They're like, yeah, we'll hope it'll solve the world shoeless population problem. And then
This is the one
America's
for
like,
Jaren.
how about a movie?
We'll put him in a movie.
We'll put him in a movie.
What would be really cool, and I'm sure it doesn't, but what would be really cool on these Microsoft Xbox ones is if you could actually move the joystick and push the buttons.
If it had lights of some kind.
Uh.
If it had a connecting light.
And the thing is, everyone's pissed at Microsoft, or a lot of people are anyway, because of what they're doing to Windows and how they don't how they've treated the Xbox name and everything. But you know what? These will probably still sell out instantly.
They will. Collectors,
if they haven't already.
Yep. Collectors
November
gonna
25th.
collect.
So they're already sold out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine if there was some, like the amiibos for Nintendo? Like, that's what they need to start doing with these Xbox things, like the fridge, like the yes.
Did Kanye design these? These are
Over-
These are the
terrible.
ones I'm going to buy for Jaren.
Overpuff shorties.
Nope.
These are Crocs.
It feels like the name is what you went after.
No, I just saw
Are you
them.
calling Jaren an overpuff shorty?
Well, yeah, of course I am.
This is like wearing a sleeping bag on your foot.
Is.
It's like they took moon boots and chopped the top off.
Yeah.
It's a chop top moon boot.
How much did they cost? What was the price on that?
$67.49.
$68.
There's fuzzy ones, more fuzzy ones. Here's the one. Those ones in the boot.
See,
That's what I'm saying. They make all kinds of
They're
shoes
just
now.
ridiculous.
Not just
Look,
Crocs.
Darth Vader Crocs.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
man.
Nope.
I think.
Nope.
Yeah,
Right
look at
there.
that right there.
Jaren, I
Those
think
ones
you
are
need a pair of
$90.
those. They're only
And
a
those
cool
ones are-
90.
Those ones are 90. Ooh, is that some
Here's
Batmobile?
the
These
Monsters,
probably
Inc.
cost like $2 to make.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
that-
It's
absolutely.
just plastic
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a mold.
Molded foam. Like
What are those? What are those? Those green ones. What is that? What is that? Click on that.
The Echo Gum
Echo
RO
Gum.
Clog.
What the? What name is this? Like what?
maybe that means something to somebody.
They
I
have
think
extra
that-
tread and an adjustable back strap for when you're in sport mode.
So I think an
That's what-
LLM named these when they were still pretty poor, like 4 years ago.
Must have
And they were
been.
just like, now it's brand recognition.
Must have been.
Yeah. See,
Wow.
I think Microsoft needs to start connecting these and put a Bluetooth chip in there, let it connect to the Xbox, and then it gives you a perk, like their fridge, their toaster, their Crocs. Like
Really give you an incentive.
like imagine if you
To
got
get it.
these if you got these Crocs and then you put them in sport mode and it gives you some sort of boost in the game or something. I don't know.
You're
Like
playing
in the-
you're playing
in
Halo.
racing games?
You're
Yeah,
playing
in the-
Halo and you wish you could run faster. You
Get
reach
a
down,
free-
hit a
yeah.
button on your Crocs, and you run faster.
and
in the
you
game.
run fast. It's like pumping up your old Nikes if you
That's
remember.
right.
Tss, tss, tss.
Oh, I love those pump up shoes.
Yeah, man, they made you jump.
Felt like
higher.
you were doing something
Yeah.
when you were doing nothing.
When you were doing nothing, exactly.
I think we need to continue on with that. I think this next generation needs that. I think that's
All right.
crucial.
Well, speaking of those days, we have some NBA Jam news because what was more
Yes.
popular than pumping up your sneakers and playing NBA Jam on the SNES?
The voice actor was only paid $800, and
Like the commentator guy?
yeah,
The guy's
the
like,
boom
fire!
shakalaka
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Yeah, that guy. Oh,
The
man.
game made like $1 billion, and he only was paid 800, and so he's. This is him talking today. He's like, I think I should have raised my fee. But apparently, the boom shakalaka line he did not believe in at all. It was someone else, like the producer at the time. He's like saying, "Hey, try saying boom shakalaka." And he's like,
Here's
"No
the
one says
quote.
that in basketball."
You want the full quote?
Go for it.
He goes, "Hey Tim, say boom shakalaka." Now me being a basketball guy, I watched every game with Marv Albert. I've never heard anyone say boom shakalaka. I'm just trying to get the reference. Like, what the hell are you talking about? This is not a basketball term, I said. What is this? He goes, just say boom shakalaka, like that.
And it is now. It's a basketball term now.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
Man, that announcer just made that game.
Oh yeah. He was half the fun of that game
For sure. Yeah. He's on fire.
$800.
$50 an hour.
Whoa.
Same as doing pinball voiceover. He'd go
Man,
in, do a
this is
couple
why-
of sessions, 15 hours total, and that was it.
Would SAG-AFTRA have fixed this for him? Like, what if he was? Is there a union for that? For this?
There wasn't
of...
for game for
No,
gaming
but I'm just saying-
at the time, but
No, but now
yeah,
it would have, right?
Now they just they have minimum payment and stuff
With
like
royalties and stuff afterwards.
that. I don't think that's
no?
guaranteed.
You
I don't know.
think that?
I don't know for sure. Maybe it is, but you got to think at the time though. You're going over the. This was what 1995,
Yeah.
1994. You're like, I can get paid $50 an hour
To say
to go read
10
these
lines.
to go read
Yeah.
these commentator quotes. Heck yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know, that's different times.
I would have done it.
I would have done it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
It's $1997 too, right? Or when did
Yeah,
that come out?
exactly.
You know,
Yep. All right. Speaking of dollars, I don't think we understand how profitable Valve is, guys. I found this
Very,
article the
very
other day.
profitable.
You know,
very, very.
Insane.
have they
Okay.
come out with their stuff recently? Because they just dropped out their survey stuff too. Anyway,
So-
go ahead.
I'm not sure about that, but they do report revenue, and as of when was this revenue marked here? I want to say
They
it was
report
back-
revenue. They don't have to.
Well, apparently they do for some
When
reason.
you're doing that well, you
Oh,
do
it's
it
an
as a
estimate
flex.
by
Oh,
Alania Analytics. It's an estimate.
Okay.
So it's not reported. It's an estimate. So chances are it's probably higher in my
Yeah.
I would bet. But as of 2025, back in November, early November, they were already at an estimated $16.2 billion in revenue this year, which compared to the big tech companies doesn't sound like all that much.
when you calculate in their head count.
Exactly. You calculate in their head count, which is
crazy.
supposed to be roughly around 350 people as of
Wow.
2021.
I bet their margins are above 90%. That is nuts.
It's
That is-
absolutely bonkers. So they said adding on a few more folks, right? Because the numbers they have there from the totals from some lawsuit they were in 2021, and that was around 350 people. So if you calculate in a few more head count for that, and the estimated revenue for the rest of the year, that brings it up to roughly $50 million of profit per employee.
Wow.
Like,
do you think
if you were to average that out, that obviously they're not getting paid that, obviously, but
for sure? Do you think Phil Spencer just walked around yelling, "Gabe Newell built his in a cave, like
With a box of scraps."
With a box of scraps." Like, do you think he just because how big is Microsoft's gaming arm? You know, it's got to be
I mean, they're huge
Tens
because
of-
they own
tens
so
of
many
thousands.
studios.
right?
yeah, but like.
But the
Oh, number of
of
employees, you mean?
yeah, the number
Yeah,
of
the
employees is
employees.
massive, massive.
It's massive for support and everything. Like, man, 350 employees roughly. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah,
But I
it's
guess if all you have to do is scale hardware to compete, like they've got their infrastructure and they've got a dev team for sure. But like if all you have to do is just add more servers to serve more people, it makes it easily scalable.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you consider, I have some comparison numbers here. If you consider average profit per employee at let's see, there's a big healthcare company, and it's called McKesson. No, just kidding. Yeah, McKesson. I've never heard of them, but healthcare also very profitable. They're at $8.2 million per employee. Apple is only at $2.4 million per employee, and Meta is only at $1.9 million per employee. And so when you consider that Valve is at 50 million, probably plus per employee, the profit margin at this company is just absolutely bonkers. Anyway, that's why Gabe Newell owns a company that builds yachts.
Yeah.
Moving along to another of my favorite companies, CD Projekt Red.
Witcher 4 is coming out. Who knows when, right?
They said for sure not 2026.
Yes. So maybe 2027, but probably 2028. You know how it takes long for AAA, quadruple A, whatever games to come out? Well, in their investor call lately, they said that Witchers 4, 5, and 6 will all come out within a 6-year period, which is very surprising.
I do not believe you. I do not believe you, CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, well, they claim that Unreal Engine 5 is speeding up development, which, okay, I can believe that.
Sure, I'll buy that.
Maybe they're restricting the scope on these Witcher games, which I don't think would be a bad thing.
I could see maybe they restrict the scope of 5 and 6. I don't think they've restricted the scope at all for 4. And I think this restriction only probably comes from their building on 4 to use a lot of the same assets.
This was an investor. This was an investor call.
Yeah, they said this.
I mean,
to their
that's
investors.
okay. That's what you say to your investors. Like
right?
that's how you get money. That's how you go. You tell them the things they want to hear that will make them money, and then they in turn invest in you, and then you have some sort of.
But then they also hold you to those milestones.
Accountable.
Yeah.
But gaming is showing that they can delay it.
Here's the one thing that is the tiniest light at the end of the tunnel for me about this is if you think back, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 all came out within 6 years of each other. And those games are huge, and they were phenomenal. And that was BioWare, which if you know anything about BioWare's development cycle, apparently, and we learned this from Dragon Age, what's the latest one they had? Dragon Age...
You played it.
I know I did.
The Veilguard.
Veilguard, yes. Apparently, development in the BioWare is it's just a massive shit show. It's awful, apparently. And if they were able to put out 3 games in 6 years at the size of the Mass Effect games, maybe CD Projekt Red can do it. My money's still on no, though.
They're probably doing it like that one movie. I didn't really do so well. Where they filmed them all and then released them.
Lord of the Rings. I
Lord
think
of
they
the
did well,
Rings.
Owen.
Oh, right.
They did very well, Owen.
Oh, sorry. My bad, Jared. Anyway, yeah, I think they're just like taking this, doing a huge development, and they're like, and we're gonna slice the game up here.
Maybe.
And then,
But also you
I don't
keep in
think
mind
it works that way for games.
I'm sure they have multiple teams working on all 3 games right now, but they've already said the vast majority of their guys are working on Witcher 4. But they also have a pretty sizable team working on Cyberpunk 2077 2 or 2078, whatever they're going to call it. So they have basically CD Projekt Red right now has at least 3 irons in the fire, very large games. Not to mention the other stuff that they have a few other games that other teams that aren't CD Projekt Red are also doing, like the Witcher 1 remake that's being done by a separate outside of CD Projekt Red team.
Have they ever done this many projects at once?
No.
I wonder if they're able to do that. Because, doing one project is very different than handling many projects at once. It's totally different game.
Yep. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. So it'd be great if it happened, though. I would like that. All right. I think that is it, and we're going to call it for the night.
Lightning round.
If you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, my lightning round. Did you guys pick up anything for Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
Negative.
Nothing?
Negatory.
Nothing?
And it's been crazy out there.
In between, yeah.
Well,
I did pretty
we'll
until Saturday.
We'll say that in the last week and a half, did you spend money on anything deal related?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. I spent I spent $160 for $200 worth of Nintendo gift cards at Costco.
That's a good deal.
20% off. Then I spent $1,250 on Steam gift cards.
You never want to have to worry about paying for a game again.
for
all right
20% off through the PayPal deal. Like it goes until tomorrow, so those that are watching live, you can get 20% off right now. Steam gift cards through the
You can
PayPal.
use them for all those sweet scammers.
Yeah. Anyway, so I prepaid a ton because I know I'm going to buy a Steam machine and a Steam frame next year, so I'm effectively getting that for 20% off. Bought a bunch of Christmas gifts for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just did some
And a
shopping
micro
that
SD express card. Sorry.
I only did shopping that I was going to do for Christmas anyway. I didn't do anything specifically.
Nothing. No deals popped up.
No
You're like, oh, I
deals.
got to get that.
I wasn't part of the social movement, like the boycotting of Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but there was a lot of people that were out there. It's been a dismal.
Really? I have not seen anybody.
I haven't
out
heard.
there.
This is the first I've heard about it.
Oh well,
Huh.
Go read some news
News. I
from
picked up
Yahoo.news.
Oh, real news. Okay.
The real cutting edge stuff, Tony.
I picked up that graphics card I mentioned last week, and then I saw a deal on a monitor that I couldn't refuse.
Did it?
And I don't think the deal was actually specific to Black Friday, but what was specific to Black Friday times is that PayPal deal that Jaron talked about. So
Did
I
you go
picked
for
up I picked up a refurbished MSI refurbished, factory refurbished QD OLED, 32-inch, 240 hertz OLED. It's glorious. And
gaming laptop?
didn't pick didn't buy any gaming laptops this year. This was that was a monitor.
That's it.
And then a couple of like cheap Switch games as well. So
Nice.
Oh yeah, I also did get some video games. Doom Dark Ages.
yeah, oh yeah, I got Doom Dark Ages. That was on sale.
I know there's a couple others as well.
But most of those deals are going to go for another few more days, probably till the end of the week a lot of the time,
Maybe I'll
because
talk
they
my
just
wife into
extended
doing
that to, as long as they can.
I
All
said
right.
a Corsa Evo. I said a Corsa Rally.
You got car games?
Yeah, for the steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
I tried a car game in VR, and it made me so sick.
So you bought more car games.
Yeah.
You got to
you
beat
do.
that out of yourself, you know?
That's right.
Glutton.
All right, Jaron, did you have a lightning round?
I sure do. New game that I just found out about today came out. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Invasion. This is the team that made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, is it a beat 'em up like that?
It's a beat 'em up, but with Marvel characters. It looks awesome. I am totally going to get this when it gets cheaper because I'm a cheapskate. But yeah, you can play different Marvel characters: Spider-Man, Captain America, Venom.
Oh man, a lot of the costumes for this are like classic mid to late '90s
Yeah,
comic
Yeah.
book Jim Lee style. This is
Iron Man. It looks way rad.
This is slick.
I love Shredder's Revenge. They did a really good job on that, and so this looks very, very good.
$30 is the normal price on that. That's not bad.
Yep, and it's 10% off right now, so you can get it for $27.
Nice. Oh, and you got a lightning round?
I don't think we talked about this last week, but I have it, so it's left over. So stop me if we did. But it's the Operation Infinite gave out. Microsoft dropped the rest of the details on what that's going to be, and it's a decent update for their last one. They're giving a bunch more armor. I think we talked about this on Halo when we were playing Halo together. I think that's why I feel like I already talked about it, but I spent all my SP points on stupid crap, like emblems and crap, because I didn't know I had them for the last 4 years or whatever. And so one day Tony's like, "Hey Kevin, you and Owen have SP points. You go spend." And we were like, "What?" Or at least I was. And I have so many. I could never use all these. Anyway, now I'm too poor. I have too few SP points to get what I want, but it's a bunch of armor, some really cool armor. If you buy the battle pass, the final one, you get some even more cool armor loadouts. You're gonna get double. So this is the last one. Their SP points are doubling, and their rank points are doubling per match.
Oh, maybe you'll get to Onyx.
So I will be getting to Onyx. I played a few games of Super Fiesta, and I got like 3,000 points. And I was like, I mean, I played good, but I didn't play that good. Oh, right.
Double.
So now, if you want to go, like, I think a lot of people know this, if you do want to level up outside of the multiplayer, like the PvP multiplayer, you can go do the fire team, which those can give you some massive. And if those are double, you'd probably go really quick. So I don't know if I'm going to do that now that's lost its luster of actually being hard to get. My dopamine's like now everybody can do it.
Yeah. You're the kind of guy that chased a girl, and then when she started showing interest in you, you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. If it becomes like once there's competition that everybody could do it, I'm like, yeah, I don't really want.
You want
that
me?
anymore.
No. If you want me, then there's obviously something wrong with you.
Yeah.
So.
You must have web toes, web feet, or I mean, no offense to any pity with web feet out there, but like I'm just making the joke. Anyway, that's all.
All right. Lando, lightning round?
Negative, Tony.
Lando's lightning round is he's going to tell us all about Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon's cool. You know, Patreon's everyone's favorite thing and favorite way to give back to us content creators. So here we are out here creating content for you guys, for your ear holes to listen to. And if you like what you hear and you're like, hey, you know what, I'm going to throw them some shekels. You can do that through Patreon. And it's a way for us to give back to you if you do decide to do that. If you do just $1 a month to get rid of those nasty ads. And they're the kind of ads that I know that just pop up randomly in the show. So if you're listening to this show with ads in your ear holes and they're popping up mid-sentence, mid-word, gross. $1 gets rid of those for you. That's it. That alone is worth it. But wait, there's more. For $1, you also get access to the super secret Discord. It's a good time there. You get access to the after show. We were calling it Help Desk After Dark.
Nope.
No, last call.
Last call. There you
I got
go.
there. I remembered.
Yep.
And then we have some other levels. If you do $3 a month, you get access to ONGPD. It's always a good time. We talk about that in the last call show.
That's right.
For $6 more a month is you get a huge shout out on the air, which is really secretly just the way to send us some quick fun messages and get Jaron to say whatever you would like.
Except for the F word or the C word. He won't say the C word, I think.
There's a few words.
There's a few things he won't say, but for the most part, he'll say whatever you want. And if you hide it, it's even better.
That's the best part. Yep.
Hey, now. Is it my turn now?
Yes, it's your turn now.
All right. Thanks, David Broshinsky. LaCroix is the nectar of the gods. The fuel that sustained
What?
Heracles
Said
through the
that.
12 labors and probably sustained Kratos.
Kratos.
It says
Probably
Kratos.
It's
I'm going to have to say
supposed be an
Kratos.
S at the end of that.
See, now
That's
this is
God of War.
Hexorcist interrupting Cal, so I know he's lying. But I will accept the lie. Thank you. Aaron Faulkner, Connor Keesaw, and Jingle Bell Tony. Thanks. You guys are the best.
Jingle bell.
Fourth Dimension Craft on Instagram for all your laser engraving needs. The Wolfman has nards.
Good reference.
What is that referencing?
We went over this last week. Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, buddy.
Oh.
Wolfman
I
has
don't remember
nards?
anything from a week ago.
Oh.
Jason Eatman, if you can't say something nice, you're probably saying something about Lando.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Burninated Peasant, be the 8-year-old. It's worth it just for Owen's stories. I'm here for content, not a nice tight pod. Other James, this name will never go away. Huge Erection.
Nope, it's a solid
hope the
one.
one-
From here
Wait,
on out.
wait.
I
Was
ho-
that also a joke, Lando? A solid one?
Yeah, a solid joke.
Wait
my
a
guy.
I see what you
minute.
did there, and I approve.
Wait a minute.
It's the same one
Geriga
as-
Arimas, Tony the Excel and Power Apps Nerd, Pyman Graphics, purveyor of fine geeky stickers. Curse Gengar 94, Keslo, Eric Steinman, Eric Cruz. I got to be sure to separate those. You will find out why tomorrow evening. In between ratings, 667, Meh, DP, Buck Futter. What does that mean? Oh, I think you know Trebek.
Bachfatter.
It was more sarcastic in my head. Wham bam, you can't park there, ma'am. My analog 3D finally arrived. There's still hope for the foldable helmet. No, there's not. Guys, it's dead. The dream is dead. It's been like 7 years now.
It's way dead.
8 years. Stuart Lloyd, get off my lawn. It's 5 o'clock on Tuesday night. Is it too late to change my name for this week? Huge erection?
Again? Let's just end Monster Squad that had
That's true. That is
Not-
true.
not Teen
I
Wolf.
will officially make a live retraction. It was Monster Squad,
there you
not
go.
Teen Wolf. Monster Squad.
All right. That, my friends, is the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching us, downloading us, making it to the end. We'll see you tomorrow, 8:15, right here, Mountain Standard Time, or whenever you decide to download and listen or watch us on the YouTubes. Until then, Owen, take us out.
Hey, we hope you care.